Hey, cutie patooties.
Hey,
All right.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome to your fifth merge tribal distortion survivor Aetheria. We are here with 5/6 of the final six, and we will start right at Josh. Now, Josh, you you were granted a final or this immunity by the forest based on the season twist. Tell us about the journey to get to this point where you're now sitting immune at the final six.
yeah, I mean, it definitely, I guess, helped to go to tribal a lot, and then Topher gave me his. So then, and then in the chat in the HOH, I won six coins. So like, it definitely pushed me over the edge. So like, it was a nice surprise because I was here thinking that like I had all these marks and didn't know what to do with them, and that like I was missing something in the game, but it was a nice surprise after the vote to be told that I'm safe. So, yeah.
All right, let's go to Justin. Kind of on the flip around, are you were one of the people with less marks than everyone else. Are you feeling nervous about this tribal council? You know, there's 1 in 5 chance that you could be going in this round.
I think if you're not nervous, that means you just don't care enough. I think like at this point in the game, like everyone wants to find a route to make it to the end. And I think going into any tribal, anything can happen. And I think you just have to trust your gut. Um, so yeah, to say I'm not nervous would be like the biggest lie in the world. Like I am so fucking nervous. I can't lie.
All right, let's go to Jake. Jake, let's talk about the jury real quick. So, as you know, you're sending people to the jury with this vote. What are some traits that you look for when you say, okay, this person needs to go, this person needs to leave?
That's a good question. I would say for me at least, the jury is a giant it's perception. It comes down to what you think they perceive as the biggest threat or who they think is playing a good game. If I were playing someone on a jury, I want to put someone there who maybe has an open mind, but it comes down to like I think they would be looking for someone who is playing a good game. And I think, wait a second, can you repeat the question? I blanked that for a second. I'm just talking, but so sorry.
Of course. So, when you're thinking about who you are voting out tonight, who are people that you want to
Yes.
send to jury? Like, what reasonings do you want to send them to jury?
I mean, everyone has their kind of terms of like a threat, like a big threat. You could be like a social threat as well. You could be like a strategic threat. You could be a very like a challenge threat, whatever the case is. So I guess whatever threat, I mean, we all have our different perception of what a threat is. Like, I'm, we're probably each saying something over there that fills a void of a threat that we're trying to get rid of in the game, whether that's a social threat, a challenge threat, whether that's a strategic threat. So my threat could be different from Lily's threat or Josh's version of a threat, but we're all probably saying threats to the jury that would affect our game and negatively, we don't want to too nice in the end game type of thing.
All right, let's move to Evelyn. Evelyn, you're at the final six of Distortion Survivor Theoria. Three of you guys will be sitting at the final tribal, and three of you are going to be sent to the jury. At this point, are you thinking about your win equity, or are you just kind of letting things happen? Do you think that you have what do you think your chances are sitting at the end with these people? You have to sit at the end with two of them. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I guess it depends. You always go forward thinking about like your game equity. Like, what did I do as a person? Like, what strategic things did I lead or even be a part of to help further mine or maybe even someone else's game? And you just think about those things, and then when you like, let's say you tried to go after something and then like you didn't win it, it's like you have to like let things happen as they come because you can't really do much when you like don't win something. And I learned that very early on, unfortunately.
All right, and Lily, you'll get my favorite question I like to ask. The final vote gets revealed. In just one word, how do you think people are going to react?
I hope it's peace.
All right, peace. It's a new one. I don't think I've ever heard that in the few times I've asked this question in the past few seasons. So, all right, raise your hand if tonight you think is your night that you are getting voted out of Distortion Survivor Aetheria. One hand, it's three hands, four hands. All right. And last question. If you could compare this round to a fantasy story, what story would it be and why? Any day now. I will take literally anything.
The Three Little Pigs. That's the only story I can think of right now. I don't know what to say.
I hate that I snorted right after you said that.
All right. Is there anything else anyone would like to say before we continue? All right. It is time to vote, change, not change, bump, do whatever you want to do with your vote. I will be back in just a few moments. We are live with the VL and with the Ponderosa people. So if you want to make any shout outs, now be the time. I'll be back with the votes.
Shout out to, because I didn't get to do it on the last one. I want to shout out Karen, Julia, and William for sending me a video for the scavenger hunt challenge. Love y'all.
Just cause I wanna shout out to Chris Ann, BOTO prod. Love you, and I remember our distortion mini, our face matchup, and we've established that me and her would make some beautiful and really heck awesome looking kids.
I also want to shout out my friend in the VL. I think she might be watching. So if you do, love you, girl.
Shout out to Cake. Cake.
All right, everyone. I'm here, I'm back, and I have the votes. But first, if anyone has a hidden mini idol or an advantage and they'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Real quick, Josh, did you vote for who we talked about?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're good.
All right. Votes are locked. When I read the final vote, the person will have just a couple of seconds to say their goodbyes and leave the Zoom if they're here. First vote. Scott. Second vote. Lily. Third vote. Scott. Fourth vote. Lily. Fifth vote. Lily. Sixth vote. And the fifth member of our jury, Lily. If you have any final words, now would be the time to do so.
Um, well, I think it's really was a missed opportunity for some of you. I really think it's pretty pathetic to vote for the person who wasn't included in the last two votes. Like, I'm the most strategic threat you guys had to be worried about right now. Um, I really enjoyed playing this game. It's been a lot of fun. I don't get to play games too often. It was really such a pleasure getting to know so many of you in this game. Um, Best of luck to you guys. I'm definitely not going to be nice. If you thought I was nice all season, I am nice. Uh, but it will not be a nice time, especially after how all of you treated me. Especially shout out to Scott for being the most paranoid person. And yeah, so I hope you watch this back, Scott. But seriously, lots of love to all of you. I really hope we can keep continuing to connect after this. And best of luck.
Lily, it's been 5 years, I think, in October since our
So it'll be September. It'll be August because
yeah.
it was the day before my wedding, Seb.
Okay, it's been 5 years since I played one of my first games with Lily back in 2020, and I've been waiting for the opportunity, my long hosting career, to host you, Lily. I'm so glad you found the time to be able to play Distortion, and I know obviously this is not the outcome you wanted, but I'm so glad that you got to play. You now take up one of those spots in the jury, and unfortunately, the tribe has spoken. You may leave the Zoom.
Love you, Lily.
And with that, congratulations on making it to final five. I don't have any, I usually have this like long spiel about how important the numbers were, but the marks are over, so I don't really give a crap. Welcome to final five. Congratulations. Only so many people have done this in Distortion. One of the five of you will win this game. Two of the five of you will lose this game, and two of the five of you will be sitting in jury. And that being said, your next challenge will be semi-live, and you'll get some more information on that within the next 10-15 minutes.